I tried studying Edbound's backflips. So I watched one of his videos that has a backflip. So I tried to take the same amount of frames for every movement. So here, for winding up, he took 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 back, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 for the backflip. And those are all big movements. Then 2 smaller ones, and then just goes down. And then the foot pushes into the ground at the last frame, then moves up a bit. So then I did 1, 2, 3, 4 forward, and then 1 back and into the backflip, which was 1, 2, 3, 4 bigger movements. But I think you get the rest. So here's my backflip. Now Edbounds. Now together. Now in slow motion. Overall, we can see Edbound's. Hold up. What? I noticed that Edbound's frames were going slower than mine. So I thought Edbound's was 12 FPS. What? But when I looked at Stop Motion Studio, I saw my video was saved at 20 FPS. So I slowed mine down to 15 FPS, which was Edbound's frame rate too. Wow, that looks a lot better. It almost looks identical. Here's slow motion. And frame by frame. So here we're practically lined up exactly frame by frame. And the lower speed and the faster speed are basically identical. But of course after, it was obviously Edbound that had the better one because he's Edbound. It just looks that much more realistic. Overall, I don't think I did too bad, but it could have been better. And so tell me in the comments if you enjoyed this video. And actually, if you remember, there was a trend like quite a few months ago. And it was like I animated like Edbound. Most of those were just animations that they made themselves and tried to make it as smooth as possible. But this one was different. I actually studied for this one and tried to make exactly like Edbound. So please, subscribe.